How's your audio?
Good, man. How's yours?
Oh, it sounds good. Let's get this thing started.
Rocket.
Blow things like ace.
Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. Podcast number 16?
16 candles, man. 16.
So, this is the After the Weekend podcast.
Tuesday weekend review.
Well, I guess we call it a review. I don't know what we
that's
call
what we're
this
doing,
one.
ain't it?
Yeah, we sort of review the weekend.
Review just a little bit of what went
So,
on.
how was your weekend?
It was great. It was really,
great.
really great.
Except for the car.
But that wasn't part of the weekend. That was more or less Friday, but it's back up and rolling.
Well, Friday's the weekend.
Well, yeah.
All of my weekend rolled together.
Friday ain't the weekend for us, man.
I know.
'Cause we still here on Saturday.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's back up and rolling. Didn't get to shoot Thursday night 3D because decided to run a little warm.
Yep. That ain't good.
Couldn't take a chance, so had to park it and
Wait on parts.
and she's back up and rolling. But
Well, that's good.
how about you?
Well, I was somewhere it was hot.
I heard. Before we get into that, did
Yeah.
you cook any when you got home?
No, I haven't. Nope. I haven't even fired up the grill.
Dude, I seen something on Facebook the other day that you've got to try. If you don't, I'm gonna wind up doing it.
What's that?
Corn on the cob,
Yep.
wrapped in bacon.
Oh my good Lord,
Yeah, dog.
it's already good.
Yeah, sign me up.
Yep.
Yep, right. Corn on the cob,
Wrapped in bacon.
smothered down with mayonnaise.
Yep.
Wrapped in bacon.
Yep.
Seasoned to your liking.
Uh-huh.
Can you do that tonight and bring them in the morning?
But there's a place that's got fresh corn still selling. I just can't got by there yet.
Is he selling it?
Yeah, Glaze is open, ready to go.
I hadn't seen any signs.
I know. Well, the sign, yeah, don't you pass it? No, it's just before you turn. I mean, just after you turn.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
Yeah, well,
it.
it's on the corner right there. It says, come get it. So they're
Well,
selling it.
doggone, when I texted him yesterday or day before, actually he texted me, let me know that I need to change something on the thing I have to send him every month. He didn't bother to tell me that he had corn for sale
What thing you have changing?
where I'm buying the piece of property.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he
Well,
got to make a little slight adjustment
yeah.
on how I fill out my
I
little
got you.
checkaroo.
The farm is got corn for sale, and it's up and out.
Well, it's the white sweet corn?
White sweet corn.
Sounds like I got to go get me some.
Yep. So, besides that, it's up and running, and I've seen the sign, so we better go get it because it's been up for a few weeks, and it don't take long for them to run out.
Yeah, so I heard last year he didn't have it long at all.
Nope.
Before he sold out.
That's right. So, that's that. But as far as everything else, before we get into that,
So you didn't cook.
I did not cook.
I didn't either.
I
Well,
home.
I did cook once, yeah,
all right.
but nothing to your extent.
Yeah, well, I took my bow home last weekend
Yeah, well, you
so that I could practice.
for what?
Oh, that little tournament that's coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that like next podcast.
Yeah, Thursday or whatever we're going to
preview
do.
pod- I mean, the
weekend preview.
Preview. Yeah, but yeah. So I took my bow home because I knew I was going to be out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
No, so I knew I was going to be out of town for a long time.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot. So I took my bow home and practiced in the yard on whatever day. Monday, I guess we was off.
Yeah.
So Tuesday was at the did the FFA camp.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, I did one of those last week.
Yep. Thursday you did.
Yeah, I did it Thursday.
So and then
Had a blast.
I got in the car and drove my happy wazoo to Raleigh, North Carolina.
North Carolina, come on and raise up.
Somewhere along the time of the podcast, I was sitting there and I saw it got posted.
It did.
So I was in Raleigh when it posted.
All right then.
So
Thursday.
It went out Thursday, and I was in Raleigh. We rode up there, had a good time, and it was hot.
Yeah. So I heard.
Yeah. So, this weekend, what was going on was a lot of folks were at the out of town.
Yeah, there wasn't. Well, I ain't gonna say there wasn't. There was a lot of people out of town.
Out of town. So, I mean, first off, S3DA Nationals.
Outdoor.
Well, it was outdoor and 3D.
Nationals and 3D Nationals. Yep.
And so we had a lot of Georgians up there.
A lot.
And so
and they showed out pretty well.
They did.
Refuge took first place in the elementary school club.
Yeah. Well, they got a truckload of kids.
Yeah, Refuge is huge, man. A great example.
Oh, yeah.
Great example.
That's right.
Boudreaux and them up there, they do a phenomenal job. They're a huge blessing to the state S3DA program that we got for sure.
Yeah, they do. It's a big group, and they have a bunch of good kids.
But they not only, and not to get off in too deep in a rabbit hole in the beginning here, but not only do they have a large team,
yeah,
but they spread the gospel.
They do
amongst all of them.
Yes, they do.
And that's something that we're lacking in all sports, not just target archery and all sports, especially when it comes to the youth, man.
That's right.
Because if we don't start them young, if we don't get them, the chances of losing them become so much greater.
Well,
and that's something that I'd like to see.
In today's world,
exactly,
is not
exactly.
It's not what we grew up in.
No, it's not getting any better.
No, the God fearing's gone.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is.
Just to put it lightly.
Yeah. So,
but not to get off in a rabbit hole too deep.
But yeah, they have a great group. And all those kids are wonderful kids.
Yeah, they are. Good mannered. You can tell that they got good home training, but they got good coaching too.
Oh yeah. So we had several top 4, 5, 6, 10th place shooters up there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a long list.
Are we going to read off the whole list?
I don't think we're going to read off a whole list, but 4th place male pins.
Reese Thompson.
Mm-hmm. Way to go. Right behind it was Cole Johnson.
Colt Johnson.
Yep.
And then elementary school male open. 6th place.
6th place.
Was Cody Ayers.
Yep.
And 8th place was our own Caleb Brown.
Is he our own?
And this is
guy I know.
In the 3D side of it for 3D Nationals. I think he's our own.
He's his own, though.
He's his own. Yeah. I don't know if he's our own. He's his own. Ken came by at lunch. And we were talking a little bit, and Caleb's had a phenomenal year.
Oh, he has very good year.
He has had a phenomenal year. And Ken and I were sitting there talking, and Caleb as well as I do. One moment, that dude may be over there in the corner building a nuclear weapon.
or something.
Or something, MacGyvering something.
He's MacGyvering for sure and finding all the spare parts.
And then the next thing you know, he's over there, dropping 12s like he's Levi or something.
That's right.
He's a fun one to be around.
Yeah, he's a good kid. So that's the open. Let's see, we had a 10th place, a 7th place, a 5th place.
Well, Grace Oglesby.
Yep.
Continuing to shoot well.
She finished 7th overall in her female pins. Middle school
open, 10th place, Destry.
Yep.
Continuing to lay it down. Let's see, high school 3rd place club was Refuge again.
Refuge for the club. Like I said, they have a good group of folks.
High school female pins, 5th place, Miss Marissa Fullard.
Yep. Marissa.
8th place was Tanya Williams.
Mm-hmm.
High school male open, 6th place, Nathan Dennis.
Yeah, I know that young man.
I got to tell you, man, I really, really like being around Nathan.
Nathan's a good kid.
Good kid.
Yep.
Good kid.
Raised right.
Raised right.
Yep,
you can tell that boy's got some home training, as we used to say it. Just a good kid to be around, fun to watch shoot because I don't know if you spent much time watching him execute a shot, but I have, and his execution is very good, and it's fun to watch because it's like that's how you make a shot.
That's right.
If you was to use someone as an example, he's got a good example of release execution.
Yep. So that was all on the 3D side. But before that, they had the outdoor nationals.
That was the day before the 3D.
Yep. There was a couple, whatever, how they did it. But so we had an Olympic recurve, 1st place. and Keller Hawkins. Middle school female pen, second place.
Grace
again.
Oglesby just tearing it up.
Middle school female pens, fifth place.
Haley Metternich.
Yeah. She's a good girl.
I don't know her.
And then open female middle school.
First place
was Old Destry
again.
And then there's that kid. We keep talking about him, Caleb Brown, top 5 in the elementary open. So, yeah.
Ken said he was like 1 point.
Yeah.
Or 1X out of 4. 1 point out of third.
And they didn't have a chance to do the shoot down or the OR rounds.
Yeah, because
it got hot. Kids were falling out,
throwing up.
Yep. So
that's when you know it's too hot. And when it comes to something like that, you got to put safety at the.
Most definitely. But they sounded like they had a good time.
So I heard.
Jake said it was a good deal.
Yep.
He said it ran pretty smooth. I talked. We've sort of texted a couple of times. He's like, "Did you get your stuff back?" I'm like, "Not yet, because I ain't even been there." But I figured
stuff back.
Yeah, Ken brought the timer and.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was there, and it was hot, and they had a good time. But we had a lot of kids up there, so that's a pretty good showing.
It's a great showing.
From the kids that for Georgia. Like I said, the phenomenal.
Proud of each and every one of them.
Yep, the phenomenal whatever. So while that was going on, I was in Raleigh.
Raleigh, what?
North Carolina.
Come on and raise up.
Kakalaka.
North Kakalaka?
Yeah, I was in North Kakalaka.
All right, then.
So I even saw Dalton.
Did you?
Anyway.
Did he shoot?
No, he didn't shoot. He played the swimming pool.
In the swimming pool?
At the motel.
So he come and hung out at the motel?
Yeah, he come and hung out.
All right, then.
Well, anyway. But JOAD, Junior Olympic Archery Development, U.S. Archery, JOAD Outdoor Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is the growth that we talk about on the youth side of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like unreal because when they separated, they do the JOAD as by itself.
Right.
And they did it long years ago, and then they brought them both together because the participation was low. So then about the time that they decided that we have too many people in one place at one time and we need to divide it apart, was exactly 2 people more than what we had just at JOAD this weekend.
Uh-huh.
So in JOAD this weekend, we had a pretty good showing of Georgia archers. They have 2 days of qualification round, which is 72 and 72, which is 144 errors. And then on top of that, they had ORs after that. So,
well, how'd it go?
Well, in the recurve junior male, Joseph Scarborough qualified 3rd, and Alex Gilliam qualified 6th.
Finished first in ORs.
Finished first in ORs, but he qualified 6th.
That boy can shoot that thing.
Sure can.
He can shoot that recurve better than I can shoot my compound.
So I think there was a national or world record that they're trying to see if in that class that went off. I think it was that class, and maybe in that one or their cadet class, but one of those 2, there was a record set. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
In the recurve cadet women's class, female, Ashley Pincus was in the top 8. So
good
she
shooting,
qualified top 8. In the recurve cub male is Jacob Kim, qualified 1st.
Good shooting, Jacob.
And he finished first
in OR.
So he stayed his spot. He's at 88 Archery.
I know. I'm not familiar.
That's a big group of JOAD. Yes.
Where's it at?
They actually have 3 different places they meet, I think. It's all in North Atlanta, Gwinnett, and all of that.
Threw you on the spot by asking me.
So they have a big group. Recurve Bowman women, it might have been Bowman women. Bowman women, and last name's Kim. Yuri Kim.
Maybe, I don't know.
Qualified 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Finished 2nd in the OR rounds.
Okay.
Carson Sapp, right? Everybody knows that name.
Oh, yeah.
So Carson Sapp shot as a junior, qualified 1st. OR rounds didn't quite go his way.
which is unusual for Carson.
Yeah, I mean, it was a surprising thing when I was standing there watching it.
I would imagine.
Out in the first round.
What?
Yeah.
Who put him out? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Was it something equipment related, or?
No, I don't know. He just didn't have it, and it happens that way sometimes.
Well, yeah. I mean, archery happens.
Archery happens.
It happens to all of us.
So anyway,
I hate it. I mean, Carson's another good kid.
Yeah,
I'd say kid. I mean, he's an adult now, but
I think this is his last year as a junior, if I ain't mistaken. He may have one more.
He's in college, isn't he?
That doesn't matter. It's 21.
21.
So if he's 19, if he graduated at 18, he's 19. Still got one more year. So through the year, your 20th birthday.
Gotcha.
So even though he's in North Dakota at college, he's still a Georgia boy.
Absolutely.
So
down around
yeah.
It's on the Valdosta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So compound junior women, Anna Scarborough qualified first, and she finished 4th overall.
Good shooting.
Shot in a bronze medal match against Ruiz.
Whoa.
So she beat Ruiz for qualifications. On 10 count. She had more 10s. They shot the same score.
Okay.
But she had more 10s.
Huh.
So.
But finished 4th.
Finished 4th.
Well, I mean, I don't know who finished first, second, third, first or second, but Alexis Ruiz is no joke.
No, but that whole five,
age group,
that top 5,
whole class and age group ain't no joke. That's another rabbit hole. Yeah,
that I don't want to start, but all I can say is that Alexis Ruiz is world champion the week before.
Right.
World champion.
That's did you not hear me?
With the adults.
That whole class in that age group is no joke.
But she's with the adults in that one.
I know.
And then she comes back because she's still a young one.
Right. For last year, potentially.
She may have one more.
So she's like Carson. Could be.
Yeah. I can't remember.
We don't know. I mean, we're just assuming here. But
so that was, Anna Scarborough laid it down qualified first. In the qualification round, you do get a medal. So she got a first place medal in that.
Okay.
And then the OR round, she finished 4th.
Good shooting, Anna.
We had Anna Woodle. She was up there shooting.
Good shooting, Anna. Yeah, it was good. I didn't even know she was going.
Yep. And then Lexi Martin was in there. So with that group, it's just a tight group.
I mean, you're talking about the best of the best.
Yep.
In that age group.
The number one in the world.
There's no slouches in that class.
Not just age group, but world. I mean.
And then what?
So
Austin Allen.
Well, that's compound cadet male. Austin Allen qualified 4th.
And
worked his way to 3rd in the OR round.
He called me, and I still feel bad. And Austin, if you hear this, or Mr. Anthony or Miss Jennifer, he called me Friday. I believe it was Friday, and wanted to tell me how he shot.
Yeah.
But I was in the middle of the truck deal, man. No, I think it was Thursday.
Had to be Thursday.
I think it was Thursday, and I never called him back. So, Austin, if you're hearing this, brother, I apologize for not calling you back.
Yep. So
good shooting, though. I'm proud of you.
After the first day of qualifications, because they qualify for 2 days, so 144 or 72 rounds. So after the first day, it was Matthew Russell sitting in first and Austin shooting second. And then Austin,
that was fun to watch.
So Austin was, and they were shooting standing side by side on the first day. They were on the same, like bail to bail or next bail over. I mean, they were right there.
Yeah.
So on the second day, because they seated you on the second day by your qualification, so they were on the same bail. They were standing side by side shooting, and Austin struggled on the second half, right in the middle on the second day.
Any reason? Do you know?
Honestly, I believe it was just straight hot.
Well, that's what I was wondering because
he didn't practice he didn't prepare for it. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't prepare for this heat. And I understand.
How do you prepare for it other than just standing out there in it?
I don't know. And then Matthew Russell, he creeped back a little bit, qualified 9th. But he finished first in OR round.
Well, qualifying 9th for Matthews for this year has been a little odd.
It was odd.
Steve told me that he finished 9th in qualification. I was like, huh?
Yeah. So and
I wonder what happened.
I probably could be some of the same thing. It just didn't go for them. And Archery
happened.
But he came back they ended up having to shoot against each other in the semifinals to figure out who was going to the medal match, which medal match they were going to. And Matthew did get the better of Austin on that one. So that put Austin in the
well, I don't know how much Austin has practiced 50-meter stuff this year, but from my understanding, it's not near as much as years past.
No.
He's focused a lot more on 3D.
That's right.
So to go to JOAD Nationals
and
podium,
yeah.
Hats off to you. I mean, it just goes to show what kind of archer he truly is and how much work he puts in.
So I mean, he did well. It was Matthew did really well with to pull back up, and it was like I told all of them that the cream rises to the top no matter what.
It does. It always does.
And then Timothy Smith, and the only reason I'm telling you, I don't know a man who runs double duty. It makes no sense to me. Ain't no way I can shoot a compound sometimes, recurve sometimes, shoot them both, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
In that kind of heat.
It was a nasty.
Negative Ghost Rider. That's a big nope.
And then compound cadet women, we had Casey and Madison and Abby. And then there were some on the Cub field, which...
Didn't Casey and Madison have to shoot against each other?
They did. They because they were qualified in the same spot.
Gotcha.
They both qualified 16th.
Okay.
So the first round they didn't have to shoot against each other. They shot against somebody else lower.
And then both of them won.
So then they're facing each other.
I bet that was fun.
It was definitely fun for them because they're good friends. They hang out,
exactly.
all the thing. And but we had a lot of more Georgians. I'm just hitting some names on the list,
Right.
And so we all hung out and had a good time. Enjoyed each other. Georgia strong because it didn't matter what team you were on, they were all hanging out together.
And that's one of the ways that archery is so much fun.
That's right.
We're like a big giant family.
Oh, it definitely is a big family. We've talked about it 1,000 times.
Oh yeah. Part of going to all the shoots, if we get to go to one like an ASA, is Friday night restaurant gatherings and Saturday night restaurant gatherings. I mean, it's not just about going to shoot. It's the camaraderie that we all have and enjoy while we're doing it.
That's right. I mean, we had a great time shooting, and some glimpse of greatness with all the people. There's a whole bunch of darn people that from Georgia, and then maybe I didn't call all their names out, but we had a good time. They all did what they were supposed to do. So, but that was everybody, and they all made it back safely, from what I understand.
Well, that's good.
We had a good time. Then they did team rounds on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we had lots of Georgians make team rounds.
Yeah, I saw that. I know Lexi.
She got first.
Her group got first.
Yep.
Casey. I can't remember. I think they got third.
I can't remember.
I want to say I remember a picture with them getting with a third place medal. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. Madison Davis got.
Madison Davis was the one with third.
She got third, and then
in the team round,
and in the junior division, I was sort of a stacked team, I guess. First place was Connor Sears, and oh man, you had to ask me now, and Jebediah from Georgia. Was on that team.
Connor, Jebediah.
Yeah, and I can't remember now.
Mr. Clyde's young son.
He's not well,
not young.
I think his last time.
Yeah.
I think it's his last time too. So that was the Mint Green Werewolves. So it was Jebediah Clyde, Evan Florence, and Connor Sears. So that's a pretty stacked up team.
How do they, and I was wondering this because it's not something I've ever done. How do they pick the teams?
It's by random.
Just random.
Yeah, and usually what happens is you have a top guy, somewhere in the middle guy, qualification, somewhere in the bottom.
So, but they're using qualification scores to determine the teams.
And they sort of like pull one from the top, pull one from the middle, pull one from the bottom. And the teams usually don't stack up.
But that one kind of did.
That one sort of did. So, and they gave them some funny names. That was the funny Black Lions and teal bees. And
Sound like they're hanging out at the FFA camp.
Sky blue something and pink dragons and black elephants and gold frogs and they had a whole bunch of cool funny names. So, but that was all up there. That makes the junior archery development over.
JOAD's done for the year.
JOAD's done for the year.
So when does it kick back off?
They'll have a national event depending on where you're at, what state, but more than likely ours have always been February. So indoor nationals, yeah.
So we're off. Wait, you're off from JOAD.
The JOAD side. The
competition-wise.
The USAT event has one more.
Okay.
Or two more, depending if you're an adult or not.
Gotcha.
Because outdoor nationals, which is not JOAD, but just for the adults, will be in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And then the last USAT event is in Texas. In September.
Gotcha.
So
September, Texas. Yeah. I'd want to be hunting.
I think it's September.
I'd want to be hunting.
Especially
after what I saw while I was there in March.
So this weekend, who else was shooting locally?
Po Boys.
Well, Team Grandma shot for 2 days, didn't she?
Well, she did. But you had Po Boys pulled up
just
on
the way it pulled up. So Po Boys shot on Sunday.
And let's see. LJ in the K45, Mr. Bondi went over and threw down a 218.
Mm-hmm.
And he texted me Thursday and asked where we shooting. And I told him yes. As I'm driving over and the truck decides it wants to get a little warm,
Ka-plunk.
I had to text him back and tell him we wasn't. And he's like, man, I need to practice.
Yeah.
Well, according to this score, he could have I guess he did take Thursday off because we didn't shoot anyway. And he still went over and dropped an 18. Good shooting, LJ.
Yep. It looked like Ken come in there second.
Mr. Wood unload, shot even.
The rest of them was a little under. That's on the K45 section.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had a couple of fun classes. I don't know where they shot from.
Mm-mm. Senior known. Mr. Bob. I ain't even going to try that one.
To my Buster?
No, I see that down there at the bottom.
Buster Marshall.
He done went over there and laid down a 20.
20 up.
From the same stake as the 45? Or is it 40?
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know where he puts them.
I don't either. But still, 20 up.
That's right.
Laid it down. Good shooting, Mr. Buster.
Buster Marshall. Good job. And I saw that Chrissy did get her score posted in. It says no card, but I think it was a 206.
Okay.
Even though she shot for fun.
Uh-huh.
And then
Ryan Wood, Ken's boy, with a 194.
That's right.
I don't know what his high score is. I know he's not been doing this very long.
Nope. He's done,
but a 94 is pretty respectable.
That's
right. Good shooting, Ryan.
Freestyle was Craig Davis. Don't ask me what. I guess they judge. I'm
not sure.
Because it don't say known.
Okay. So I guess we're moving on to TGM.
Yeah, well, Team Grandma, she tried to raise some money
for a great cause. Yeah. And I wish I could have been able to attend.
Me too. I would have been there. There's no doubt in my mind I'd have been there.
I would have loved to have been able to.
Because those two boys are great boys. They're
as good as you can ask for.
And she had
I wouldn't call them boys. They're young men.
Okay. Well, 22 and 19.
Yeah, young men.
All right. So one's out of college and one's in college.
Nothing wrong with that. Get it.
And they're going to get it. So, known 45.
You said this name a few times this year. Frederick just
20
laying
up.
it down.
20 up.
And, he donated his winnings back to the fundraiser.
He took his winnings back and gave it to Tyler and Ethan.
Way to go, Cole. I mean, that's
Butch and Blake was over there, and they shot both tied.
Butch
12
Parkman and Blake Reagan tied.
12 up.
I know Butch was telling me a while ago that he was tickled to death with
the bow he's got.
Yeah.
He said he said that prime shooting.
Dude, I can attest. I know that prime shoots. Yep. I got three of them technically. I know that bow shoots for a fact. As long as you do what you're supposed to,
it'll
hit it.
So Michael Kane was over there, and he shot 6 up.
Looks like he had a couple too many 8s.
Maybe.
No, he came by today, and we shot that thing through paper, and it bullet hole.
That's right. But it's that's just how that works. Archery happens.
Yep.
Known 40 class.
I like old Michael. I give him a hard time.
Daniel Berry went over there, throw down a 206.
But shot
he shot from the 45 stake.
Shot from the tips.
He shot from the 45 stake and turned his card because he signed up for an on 40 class.
Yeah.
So he shot 6 up, so he tied Michael, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
David Wood shot 2 times.
Saturday and Sunday.
So he put in some scores and donated some money to help.
He's still working.
Yep. And then known 30. I guess that was for the youth, the adult youth class. They shoot from 30 yards, like high school.
That's 40. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I hadn't talked to him.
I didn't talk to him either, but it says he shot 12 up.
From the 30-yard stake.
I guess.
All right, then.
And there was a whole bunch of fun shooters over there. And I heard a little rumor. Told me.
A little rumor.
A little rumor told me that Kelly whooped up on the Tonellis.
No.
Yeah. Craig and Vincent and Kelly went up there and told them how it was going to be. And
showed them. Laid down the law.
Yep. So
you know what? That really don't surprise me.
Okay.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
Because she seems like one of the ladies that when she gets her mind on something, that's just how it's going to be. She's going to do it.
Yeah.
Vincent, Craig, y'all better step your game up.
That's right.
Mama's coming for you.
She's coming.
Well, she's already got them.
Yep. She went and got them. So
good shooting.
So they said that she beat both of them, so that's pretty cool. It's a little family thing. That's always fun when families shoot together and mom and daddy and children try to figure out who's going to be the best.
Always a blast.
You know how it is. You got a son that you shoot against and try to do the same thing.
Been there and been doing it for several years now. It's
always fun.
Yes, sir. It is.
So
wish we got to shoot more together these days, but just working out where we don't get to shoot against or with each other as much as we'd like.
Yeah. And
the whole adulting
I guess Nails Creek shot on Sunday also. And
where's Nails Creek out of,
where is it? I knew it until you asked me.
Imagine that.
It might be on my list.
It's got to be up north because Mike Andrews.
Mm-hmm. So they have an open trophy class. They had a few people
look at that crossbow class.
Yeah.
6 people in crossbow?
Johnny Garrett been killing it on some crossbow. So,
Jeremy Cheek. So, I know that's up around.
That's right.
North, I'd imagine somewhere. I think
so they had
Jeremy's
a pretty good little turnout.
South Carolina.
They had a pretty good little turnout. So, they shot and had a good group. The, I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Music?
So
July 13th. Wait, that was last weekend. What? No, that was this weekend.
Yeah,
Sambo.
it was canceled. Remember, we did talk about that.
Yeah, we did.
Sambo did cancel his tournament. So
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I guess Poor Boys picked up where he left off because we had missed it in Ells Creek, and we're winding down the season.
Yeah,
because essentially the weekend preview, it's state championship weekend.
It's coming.
Yep. So lots of folks are practicing. Lots of folks are ready. I'm ready. Not that I want to see 3D in because I enjoy doing it.
Oh yeah,
but I'm ready to see something bleed.
Yeah,
I'm ready to.
I'm not as bad off as
foam. I'm like I said before. Foam don't eat very well.
I've already made a couple of things bleed this year, so I'm not itching at the bit quite as much as y'all.
Looked like it was a pretty good weekend for Georgia overall. Georgia Archers had their good time, did their thing. Congratulations to all the people who medaled in all the different places.
You're going to think this is crazy, but I'm ready to shoot some paper.
Well, you're going to get your chance after the Cuss Appreciation Day.
So I heard.
As long as you come up there with me.
You know how much I've practiced?
Probably not as much as me, and I haven't practiced but like twice.
Exactly.
Okay, so
yeah. So I'm as prepared as I can get for that particular event.
Well, I'm not touching my indoor bow until after this weekend.
I don't blame you.
And because if I don't blame you at all. If I'm shooting paper, I'm going to shoot it with the 3D bow, just to stay with it.
Right.
And then after
you got
that,
that thing pounding anyway.
it's doing pretty good.
Hidden behind the pen.
I had one bad weekend so far that I can tell you, and I figured out what my problem was, and no big deal.
Well, I picked my 3D bow up today for the first time in a few weeks, and shot about a dozen arrows out of it, and was actually pretty pleased.
Cool.
Been playing more with the indoor bow, that kind of different stabilizer setup. First time I picked up the V-bar setup again, and just like always, I mean, it just parks. I just can't hold it up in the spot as much as I can the lighter setup.
Yeah, well, like we talked about, you're going to do some switching around.
I don't know. After picking it up today and drawing it back and that pin just parking, if I can break the shot within 3 to 5 seconds, I'm all right.
I got you.
And I don't really want to shoot it that fast.
Well, I mean, but the thing about it is, right?
I just need to get in the gym or something.
So most of this, most everybody is done with 3D. They may have one more shoot next month, and most of those are hunting shoots. So
I'm not taking my 3D bow apart.
No. You have a hunting bow,
right?
So the deal is, you need to get your hunting bow out. Not just you, but everybody listening.
Yeah.
It's time to get your hunting bow out, because I know that the next A shoot
is a hunting shoot.
You're
gonna put the ground blind up again?
Yeah. The GBAA has their last shoot, which is the state championship 3D, and it's coming up soon too. So all of those things are winding down.
Yeah, we're on the tail end.
We're on the tail end side of that stuff. So.
Ride this roller coaster right on to the end.
Yeah, and then it'll be paper time.
Paper. Believe it or not,
it'll be deer shooting time.
Well, after deer shooting time, it'll become paper.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like that neat little, what he's got going on at Governor's is going to be a cool deal.
We're going to hit that Thursday. We're going to talk about it now.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying it's going to be a cool thing.
Yeah.
So, but everything has to wait till after the weekend. Just period for me.
I got you.
And for most everybody else. So, as always, you can find all this information and more on www.georgearchery.com.
Facebook.
You can find us on Facebook.
At George Archery.
Yep. You can find us on.
Something just popped in my head.
Uh-oh.
The giveaway.
Oh, that's Thursday.
That's right.
Yep, Thursday.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of giveaway, if you haven't heard yet and you haven't done it yet, to get this giveaway for the survival kit from Firewater Survival, then you need to go back and listen to the Baker's Dozen, which is number 13 podcast.
Number 13.
Figure out how you need to get your entries in, because that we will.
Somebody's going to win this cool little thing.
Yep, somebody's going to win it. So, matter of fact, they're going to win it. We're going to announce it Thursday.
All right, then.
So you got time. You
can double enter.
Yes, you can enter in Facebook and you can enter on Instagram. So, and we're going to pull a name out the hat.
All right, then.
Also,
Butch comes in here and just grabs it like a boss. He said, "I want it."
He wants to see it.
Butch is not. Butch don't even do the Facebook thing.
All I want to ask is, please don't unrap it.
Yeah, no, don't undo it, because that thing will be undone.
I'll have to give him my other one, because it ain't getting back put back together. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Where we at? Oh, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yep. You can find us. You can also send me an email, georgearchery@gmail.com.
Hit us up on Facebook.
Yep. You can hit us up on Facebook. Share, like, promote, tell everybody you know. Oh, yeah. There's this other thing on the website now.
Yeah, that's some shirts
shopping
for sale.
Shopping? Shirts.
You can shop on George Archery now?
Yeah. You can go to the shop link and you can buy a shirt.
How about that?
You can buy the regular original black shirt with the whatever, and you can buy the new 4th of July logo.
That's the one I want.
And then the one with the Georgia flag on it.
Yep.
And well, there's some others coming.
Brains over. You got some.
It's coming. I haven't been here. Remember? No, remember I haven't been here. We ain't rabbit holing tonight. Ain't gonna happen.
I'm starving, man.
No. So so check it out. Do it. There's been several people buying stuff.
Good deal.
So stickers, like the ones on my cell phone.
Yep, I got me a couple.
Yep, and that kind of stuff. So. No, we ain't doing. We're gonna say until next time. I'm Big John,
And I'm Robbie.
and we'll see ya.